Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. Svava Brooks here. How are we doing today? Happy Valentine's. Hope you guys are doing great, that it's been a good and joyous day for you. If you're here live, please say hello so we can welcome you. Please let us know where you're from. And if you're watching the replay and the video recording, thank you so much for taking the time to check this out. Like I said earlier, my name is Svava Brooks. I'm an abuse survivor coach, and I love to hang out here live twice a week with my fellow survivor thrivers as we work our way through my book, The Daily Guide. And I'm holding this up for our friends on Periscope. I'm running the broadcast on Periscope. Hello, hello, hello. And the live stream and the chat here on YouTube. So how are you guys doing today? Good to be with you all. Hope it's been a good day. Been looking forward to chatting with you. Like I said, if you're here and new and watching for the first time, hey friends. Please say hello. Please introduce yourself. I'm going to update my chats here so I can see. There you guys are. It was awfully quiet here. I couldn't see anybody. So, oh, hey friends. Is this Catherine or Elizabeth that's joining us? Hey, Wanda. Hey, Rob. Nora's here. Sue is here. And Rob is here. Oh my gosh, we got a full house. Makes me so happy. Hey, Catherine. Hey, friend. So yeah, there was like blank here, and that's unusual. You guys usually show up right there on the dot. So, okay, Nora, please be safe. If you're driving, please be safe. So now that I can relax, that now that my stream is running with you, knowing that you guys are here. But I just wanted to give people that are joining us for the first time a little heads up. What are we up to? What do we do here, right? We work our way through my book. So in our closed Facebook group, I have posted the page of the day. And of course, perfect, right? It's all about love. Yeah, sometimes our conversations are hard, but really, if we think about it, guys, can't we agree? We're all just talking about love. At least that's what I think. That's my interpretation. So, and so I'm going to share with you guys what we call the truth of the day. And then I'm going to be peeking into the Facebook group, and the members there have given me permission to share their courageous journal entry. And because this is all about supporting each other on the healing journey, both recognizing, right, we are not alone, and part of being hurt and traumatized, we feel isolated, we feel alone in our hurt, but the more we can reach out and learn about other people's journey, we see, wow, this is the human condition, right? We all kind of hurt the same way, right? And we can also support each other through the healing process, because even though it's very unique for each person, because we're all so different, there are certain things that we all go through, and the process, like we talk about trusting the process, right? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be sharing the journal entry from the Facebook group, and I will read out the questions. So if you're here with us live, or even if you watch the recording afterwards and want to share your thoughts on the questions, there are 2 questions for each day. We would love to have you share with us so we can celebrate and support you, or you can post them below after the live stream. So let's see here. Rob, he's admiring my necklace. Yes. Catherine, maybe Catherine can remind me what it is, because she was with me in Sedona when I bought my this necklace. We were at our retreat. It is, what did you call it? I can't remember the name of it. I'm so It's, there you go. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Catherine wrote it for you. But it's so soft and so smooth. And it makes me happy. It has a good energy. So I've been wearing it ever since. And when was that? When did we meet in Sedona last, Catherine? I'm so glad you're here, Catherine, that you get to meet my amazing friends here that I hang out with a lot. It's moss. Yes, I can't even pronounce that second part. And it was in October. That's right. That's right. And I got my favorite dress on, the hearts. The hearts. My husband just laughed at me when I bought that dress a few years ago. He just rolled his eyes, and so did my kids. If I showed you guys around my house, there's hearts everywhere. So they were like, really? Really? So what better day today than Valentine's Day to wear one of my favorite dresses, right? So anyway, so what else is new and good? Or are we ready to dive in? Are we ready to dig deep? Are we ready? Just remember, my friends, practice some self-care. And if you're watching or here for the first time, please remember your tools. If you need to tap, tap, tap. It's I was waiting for you, Wanda. Thank you, right? No, we don't want to do the work today. But remember using your tools, right? I know I am very blunt at times. I am very direct talking about this, but that's never stopped you. That's right, Wanda. That's right, my friend. Because, right, part of healing is telling the truth, right? Is to give words to what we've been carrying inside alone for so long. And yeah, sometimes when that information is kind of coming up, it rumbles and drags a little bit and pulls up all kinds of feelings. So I trust that you guys are using those self-compassion tools, right? Be gentle with your bodies, or tap, tap, tap. Breathing deeply, right? Whatever method works for you. And also, as you guys know, if you ever need to call, like, okay, I'm having a hard time, we can pause, we all drop into our hearts, and we can send you love and support. So the truth hurts, but it is freeing. Thank you, Nora. Hey, LD. Hey, LD. Good to see you, my friend. So you're absolutely right, Nora, right? And because if we think about it, right, our greatest hurt, now I can't speak for anybody. I'm going to just speak for me here. I know I speak for you guys sometimes, but I'm going to just do my best here to just speak for me. But it was the hurt of not being heard, right? Not being seen or heard, or feeling like I mattered or that I belonged. So sometimes when we have opportunities to actually get those needs met, it reminds us of the hurt behind it, right? And as we get in touch with that hurt, we also get to shift the energy, right? It, like you said, Nora, it frees you up. You create space for something new, and then you get to decide, what are you going to bring in its place? What's the new story? And Catherine is a writer, so give us, what new language can you bring in that will help you speak your new truth, right? Find the words. We talked about that in our meditation this week, right? On Tuesday mornings when we met to meditate, that how important it is that we find that word that brings us warmth, that really speaks our truth in your heart of hearts. And yeah, this is my word, right? I'm gonna have to lean in. I think I have banana bread in my teeth. My husband got me banana bread for Valentine's. And I just got myself a little piece before I sat down here. So if there's something in my teeth, you guys, you gotta let me know, okay? We're a team. Yes, LD, optimism and self-belief. Yes, exactly, exactly. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna shift here. I have 3 monitors that I'm looking at here. You guys would be really proud of me. No, 2 monitors and then my phone. So navigating here. Yes, I would be happy to share with you guys the banana bread, but my daughter and son just came over. So I think by the time I'm done here, probably it's going to be gone. So that's why I made sure I got an extra bite in before they got here. So today, day 45, even if you can't take the active steps of self-care, just a wobbly screen last year. You remember that, Sue? All right, you're making fun of me. Even if you can't take the active steps of self-care and self-love yet, you can start by imagining it, right? Our intention and our imagination and what we visualize for ourselves is really, really powerful. We talk a lot about that here. So let me move on. Ask yourself and your inner child what you both needed when you were young. What makes you happy? What words make you feel loved? What actions make your body feel the best? Just by asking yourself what you want and what you need, you are taking a step of self-care. You are asking yourself the most important question of the day, and that is you already beginning to heal. Hey, Vicky, you made it. Woo-hoo. Welcome, my friend. I hope your cold is that your grandkid and you. I hope you guys are both feeling better. So glad you're here. So let's see. So with kindness and self-compassion and self-care, my relationships with the wounded little girl inside of me improved. This little girl that I'm talking about, my little 6-year-old self, she was the one I had to go rescue and to be with. She began to calm down when she felt accepted and validated and worthy of love. As a result, an amazing thing happened. I finally realized what it felt like to be loved and cared for. And that's something that we've talked about here, right? Because of trauma, right? For so many of us who have went through a lot of it, right? We disconnected from our bodies. Your biology brilliantly saved you, kept you safe, disconnected you from the overwhelming hurt. Chances are we lived up in our heads, not in our bodies, right? Your biology just hijacks you, disconnects you from that part of your brain that, so we disconnect, so we can't really understand what's happening. So it's very much black and white, good or bad. And as children, right, that's the world we live in. And so from that place, we made up stories that we weren't lovable, that we weren't good enough, or that there's something wrong with us. That was the reason why we weren't getting the love and the connection and the support that we were desperately seeking. And so, right, when people say, on the healing journey, just go be nicer to yourself, just be good to yourself, right? What does that even look like? What does that feel like? What does that sound like? So we have to be very, very intentional to shift those automatic thinking, habits, behaviors, beliefs, right? From the past into what do we want now? And even though, right, it was hard, it was hurtful, but we're here now. And with those choices, right, we have a lot of power. One choice at a time. You affirm who you are, what you want, what you deserve. by making those choices is how we integrate those new way of being in the world. It's tedious work. I know we've talk a lot about that here. So Vicky, no, still down, but here, and your granddaughter is watching a movie. Awesome. Great. We're so glad that you're here. And I'm sorry that you still are feeling sick. Sorry. But I also wanted just to quickly a shout out and celebrate you. We were so happy to hear what happened on your trip. I'm not going to go into details, but just wanted to celebrate you. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. It was just really, really heartwarming, and we were so happy for you. Wanda shares with us here, I can't seem to get out of my head, sorry, when it comes to me asking myself what I need. Excellent point, Wanda. Anybody else relate? Anybody else relate, right? It is hard to get out of our heads and into our bodies when we're asking ourselves what we need. Yep, anybody else? Anybody else relate? You're not alone, my friend. You are not alone, right? That reminds us, right? This is our comfort zone up here. This is our comfort zone. And again, when we have this realization, this awareness, it's not fuel for, I can't do this. I'm impossible. I'm broken, right? No, sweet one. No, sweet one, right? No one showed you. No one showed you. You probably did not see this out here. Nor did anybody lean in with delight when you were a little girl and said, hey, sweet Wanda, what would you really like to do right now? What do you really need? Right? And they sat with you and explored, what were you feeling? Where were you feeling it? Why were you feeling it? Right? Right? Nope. I never had any of those conversations. So no wonder, my friend, no wonder. So it helps to journal about it, right? To sometimes play tricks on our minds. Rob says, get out of my head and into my car. That's all right. That's all right. I can hear the music going with that. Yes, Rob is funny. He is funny. But I just wanted to give you something to explore, Wanda. Again, don't be hard on yourself. Again, it's very normal, right? It's very normal that we're like, I have no idea. I don't know. What is it that I need? No one asked me that. So how do I know? So just an experiment, right? Is to trick our mind. Like ask your mind, if you thought you knew what you needed, what do you think that would be? Try that, right? Or if someone else was you, like your sister or your daughter or any of your close friends, if they were you, what would you guess they would need? I don't know, in a particular situation, or, you know what I mean? So just start with that and see if it resonates. And again, sometimes it's about finding the right words that really, connect with your heart, like the truth that you've been longing, and that's why one of the questions that we asked today, what was it that you needed to hear? We've asked that a lot, right? So let me turn to our questions today. So what steps have you taken? That's easy. Yes, I understand, Wanda. It's easy when I think of what someone else would need, right? So explore that. And is there a possibility that Wanda, since she is, like a human, like the rest of us, that there's some area close by that is that closely resembles what she might need? right? And remember our meditation this week when we took out one cell from our body and we gave that one cell some warmth. And I know, again, it's sometimes this is hard for us in the beginning, is to separate it a little bit from ourselves and then take it in and then slowly start to build on it. So you're doing a great job, my friend Wanda. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy at times. So the two questions: what steps have you taken to build a loving relationships with your wounded inner child? And if you were loved and cared for, what do you imagine that it would feel like? Right? Wanda says here, fearful and anxious just thinking about it. Right? Can we maybe do some tapping with that, my friend Wanda? Right? When we get fearful or anxious, chances are there is a thought or belief attached to it somewhere that means, nope, or like I was proud and I pride myself in, I don't need anybody. I can do this myself. I am better on my own, right? I don't want any of that cuddly, lovey, gooey, not for me, right? It feels very, very risky in the beginning. Very, very risky. So celebrate, right? Yes, it scares me, right? It feels very scary. Yep, and it's in your biology, right? It's in your nervous system. And remind your body, I'm just thinking about it. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do. I'm on your side. I am not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. I hear you. I feel you. Yes, I'm on your side. Chris Ann is with her grandson. Oh, the baby's teething, so she is listening but can't type. Okay. Oh, she's having a tough time with this too, of course. Of course. My friends, let's do what we do best. Drop into our hearts. Drop into our hearts. Those big, generous hearts we all have here. I know that's what we all have in common. Yes, and we are sending you, Chrisanne, lots of love, my friend. Lots of warmth. Yep. Yes. I hope she can see all the love that is flowing. Feel the love that's flowing and see the hearts and the flowers that are being posted for her. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So hang in there, Wanda. Hang in there, my friend. Let's see here. I'm going to turn and scroll down our page here. Let's see. Gonna have to fit this so I can read it. All right, thank you, Vicky. You gave me permission here to share yours. Vicky says, I have learned to give her a voice. She has been buried in there for so long, ignored. I'm giving her love and peace she has not known yet. Beautiful. I am learning to understand when it's her acting out. That is so important, Vicky. That is powerful, my friend, right? You are starting to recognize, maybe by the words, maybe by the thoughts, maybe by your feelings. Wait a minute, who has showed up, right? Who has taken over the bus, so to speak? Who is at the driver in the driver's seat wanting to drive the bus, right? This little girl inside perhaps who was very, very hurt, trying to get your attention. I need something. You go on to share. There you go, Vicky, right? And that's huge. If we look around, my friend, if we look out even just watching the news, you can see a lot of grown-up bodies, but they're acting like toddlers, right? Throwing tantrums, right? These people don't look like grown-ups. So you're not alone. We're not alone with this struggle. So, but it's so powerful when we can recognize that. And then we can, right, become the parent and the protector that we need. It's like, hey, little one, I see you're scared about what's happening here or what I'm about to do or what the world that we live in. I got this, baby girl. I got this, sweet boy. It's going to be okay. And you shared here, it will be wonderful, free, peaceful, not just inside, but also in my behavior. So the two questions again, what steps have you taken to build a loving relationship with your wounded inner child? And if you were loved and cared for, what do you imagine that would feel like? And with that, right, feel, sound, all those expressions. Thank you, Vicky. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Nora. That was beautiful, beautiful. Really, really big step there. Vicky says, I threw one today. Being sick make me needy, and I threw a tantrum because my husband had to work late. I recognized after lashing out. I hear you, my friend. I hear you, right? I hear you. And that's part of change, right? This process of change. In the beginning, we recognize what needs changing, but these habits that are so ingrained and like hardwired into our nervous system, we don't always catch ourselves until after. Okay, all right, I did it again. Catch myself after, did it again, right? Catch myself after. Then you start to catch yourself in the middle of it. You're like, wait, here it is, right? And then you can help yourself come back down from that peak as your feeling is spiking up in your nervous system, and you can maybe take a deep breath. Okay, that was then, this is now. How do I want to respond in this situation? What's happening out here, right, is separate from what's happening in here. And what's more helpful to say or do in this situation. So, but thank you for sharing that with us, Vicky. And you are not alone, my friend. Not alone. Not alone. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You're doing a beautiful job. Beautiful job. So I see Lori posted. I don't see a permission to share on hers. Chrisanne said I could share. Chrisanne, I know you're here with us. She says, been working on that relationship quite a bit lately. I allow her voice. I listen to her and try to feel her when she needs to be felt. I cannot even imagine what it would have felt like or would feel like now if I were loved and cared for. I understand, my friend. I understand, right? Very understandably, that disconnect, right? That disconnect. And so be gentle with yourself, right? Really, really gentle with yourself. Again, remind your beautiful, generous, kind body. You're not going to hurt it. You're not going to make this, let anybody hurt it. You're not going to, or hurt her, right? You're going to be working with your body as we slowly reconnect with our bodies. Our bodies need to learn to trust us, that we're working with it, not against it. It was so beautiful, Sue, what you shared the other day in the meditation, where you recognized that, you could sense that feeling when your body recognized it was being heard. I mean, how beautiful is that? And We do this quite a bit here, guys, right? When I put my hand on my heart and I whisper quietly to my body, just like let my body feel my warmth. And I know for some of us, that's even too much. You know, feeling warmth is too much. But we can whisper quietly to your body. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. And I'm scared too, but I'm doing my best to show up for you and support you the way you need. One day at a time, sometimes one breath at a time. So, and I know, sweet Chrisanne, that you are loving on that little boy, your grandson, right? How lucky he is to have you, and that you get to hold someone else and watch someone else so precious like that right now during your healing process is really a blessing, right? I know he's separate from you, and maybe instead of imagining it for you, you can imagine it for him, right? It helps in the beginning. It helped for me to have her outside of me. It helped for me to have my little girl. She's not inside of me, but she's outside. I see you, yes. I can imagine loving her out here. It was harder inside my body in the beginning because my body did not feel safe. There was just so much anguish and hurt and pain and shame inside. So be gentle, my friend. But I'm so glad you're here. And I hope your little teething is no fun. Teething is no fun. I was just, as you said that he was teething, when my hubby and I got married, my daughter was 6 months old and she was teething, and they had to take her out of the room and into the bathroom because she wanted me, of course. And I could hear her scream through the whole ceremony because she was teething. So one of those childhood memories, right? Anyways, it's no fun. It's no fun. So I'm glad he's got you. I'm glad he's got you. So thank you, Chrisanne. All right, here, Wanda. Yeah, she's 25 now, right? But she could scream loud. Wanda shares with us, I am not real sure why I've had so much resistance lately with these questions concerning asking myself what I needed as a child. But I think me currently doing the inner child work that I'm doing is a step in the healing. Yes, my healing my younger self. Yes, as far as being loved and cared for, I believe in my heart that I was loved by most family members. My challenge is to getting my mind to stop the negative thoughts, or at least go to my heart instead of my head. Yes, my friend, I hear you. I hear you. And like I commented on in the Facebook for you, my friend, it's like this is the hard heart work, right? When we're not used to connecting to our hearts, right? When that hasn't been our go-to, right? Again, it takes time. It's like, I'm going to choose that. I'm going to choose that. I'm going to choose that over and over and over again, even though everything else is screaming at us, nope, 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 right? It's like training a puppy, right? It's like training a toddler, right? And we look at ourselves being grown-ups. Why is this so hard, right? I should get it. I should understand. I should be able to do this. Doesn't help to be hard on ourselves. Doesn't help. And I know I'm not the only one here being, frustrated that things aren't moving fast enough. I know I was at times. Like, why is everybody getting this so quickly but me? But the truth is, we all have our organic timing, organic process, right? and you have everything that you need to heal and restore. The hardest part is getting ourselves out of the way, getting those negative thoughts that have served a purpose for so long, kept that story alive. So now we have to be diligent about changing it and changing it and changing it and changing it. So I'm so glad you're here with us, Wanda. You got this, my friend. You got this. So let's see here. I realized today that I used to hear all the time, I don't want to hear nothing about how you feel. Wow. I'm sorry. But that's huge, my friend, right? I hope you write that down. Remember those steps that we've gone through. Recognize, where did that come from? You know, how old is she? Who told her that? And maybe she came up with it herself as a strategy, right? Right, that inner critic. And how can we gently work with that part that is there to protect you, right? How can we befriend it? We need to befriend all those parts, all those voices. Yeah, I hear you. I appreciate you saying that. I understand why you think that's the best strategy. But I am here now, me, Wanda, the grown-up, who knows better. I know that was your experience in the past, but I need you to work with me on this, right? To talk and befriend that part. When I was that difficult, 16 years old, yeah, I have a 15-year-old. All right, my friend Nora, thank you. I'm glad you were here with us. I hope you're doing all right. Thanks, Nora. So really honor, right, Wanda, that 16-year-old. She, I'm sure, has a lot of things to say about it, right? A lot of intense feelings about it. And do your best, right, to be okay with it. I understand you're hurt. It's okay that you're angry. You have every right to be pissed off. You have every right to be, wanting revenge, but I am an adult now. I'm here. I'm not going to let you hurt yourself or anybody else. And no matter what you say or do, my friend, right, I am not going to stop loving you. And I know you don't want me to talk about it anymore. I know you don't want to feel this anymore. I got this. I got this. And, give her a break. If she's like, okay, I'm done for now. Okay, sweet girl, I'll be here when you're ready. I'll be here when you want to talk about it again. In the meantime, I'm going to love this body. I'm going to rest. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to really take good care of this temple because you live in here. And I want you to feel so good about being in this body. And that's how you can feel my love and my appreciation for you. I'm in this relationship for the long haul, my friend. And I'm going to prove it to you. And I know I'm earning your trust. I'm earning your trust, sweet one. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Thanks, Wanda. Thank you, sweet friend. Sending you lots of love, my friend. So LD shared with us today. She says, bring out the tissues. I got into tears when I was reading hers earlier. So sweet. She says, I imagine that I would look the way that T is loved and cared for. She feels safe. She feels listened to. She's allowed to feel her emotions and not belittled for them. She knows that she is cherished and so special. It would feel like soft jammies, cozy blanket that smell nice, snuggling up with a loved one on the couch, warm chocolate chip cookies, impromptu dance parties, family group hugs. Oh, I know, I agree. That's heaven. I want to come hang out at your house, LD. Right? Impromptu dance party and family group hugs. Yeah, guess what we're going to be doing in Texas? Group hugs. It would be like forgiveness for the childish meltdowns and a safe enveloping hug. It would feel like security to risk being vulnerable and being free to explore and figure out life, right? It would feel like being safely held by your daddy and falling asleep on his shoulder after you've played outside all day and you're just exhausted. And it would feel like going to sleep in your bed, safe and unharmed in a house full of love, protected by a family that loves you fiercely. That was so wholesome to read, my friend. Right, my friends? Didn't that like take care of a lot of needs? Just listening or reading that? That was beautiful. That's beautiful. Yes. Yes, Rob, right? So thank you, LD. Thank you so much, right? And again, right? Maybe we can't go back and undo our childhoods, right? Realize the love that we didn't get, the nurturing, right? The comfort, the love, the holding, right? The just like someone being really sweet and gentle with us. I'm sorry, Sue, right? But it's also good for us to get in touch with those feelings. This was your birthright, right? Yes, there's going to be some tears. Yes, there's going to be some outrage about it, right? And then there's that hope. I can now give that to myself. Sweet, sweet girl. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, right? We can give that to ourselves now. And it's going to be a part ongoing of your relationship and your dynamics with yourself for a long time. Is it important? Is it worth it that you invest time in that, right? Warm chocolate chip cookies, family group hugs. Yes, life isn't perfect, right? No family is perfect. But when we can come back to safety, when we can bring our our body into some type of feeling of being grounded and held and that we trust, we can handle whatever else life brings us. Rob says here, had a period like that with my bonus kid, impromptu crunking and clowning dance sessions and cinnamon toast. Beautiful, Rob. Beautiful. Beautiful, right? And I know, unfortunately, for so many of us, I know, we are looking forward to hugs too, my friend. We are. right? And this is, right, we tend to take ourselves too seriously as adults, right? We forget that we can be kind and loving to ourselves, right? Yes, we need important, some, needs met from other people, but there's also things that we can provide for ourselves. And that's part of this relationship here. I felt that with my mom, and my 97-year-old grandma wouldn't let my hands go. That is so sweet. Eliminate their worries and build a safe, loving space insulated from the world. Exactly. And that's it, Rob. We go in there, and every time they come out with a hurt, but remember this one? This is why I'm bad. No, sweet girl. I'm sorry you think that. But no, you're not bad. You were never bad. Right? And then she'll come with another one. Remember this thing I did? I was a bad girl. Oh no, sweet one, you were not. No, you were not. You were just a kid. This is what kids do. They make mistakes, right? That's how you learn. It's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you. Right? And then she comes with a new one and a new one and another thing. All the stories and all the reasons why we're not lovable or good enough. And our job is to sit, right? It's okay. No, I thank you for telling me. All right, LD, thank you so much for sharing. Like I said, it met a lot of our needs today just to get to hear that sweet, sweet share from you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Sue shared with us. Take a deep breath, my friend Sue. Tap, 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 right? Yes, exactly, Rob. Sue says, I've been gradually getting to know my wounded inner child over the past year or so. Little by little, I've listened, felt her feelings, and come to understand why she felt and acted as she did. And I've learned to respond and to soothe and calm her. And sometimes be firm with her, though it's not always easy, right? Yeah, because that the same thing goes, loving and firm, they like to indulge too, right? And that's part of what we all needed growing up, loving but firm, right? Someone kind, generous, and forgiving, but also that set the boundaries. Yes, you can express your feelings, but I'm not going to let you hurt yourself or anybody else. You can have 2 cookies, not the whole bag. We can watch 1 or 2 episodes, not the whole season, right? So she goes on to say, I often discover her when I'm overreacting in a situation. This morning, I was feeling overwhelmed by all the stuff that was expected of me. Yet actually, in the present, that's not a lot. But then I realized it is how I felt in my teens when there were so many expectations to achieve. So I had a quiet self-care day. Beautiful, Sue. Beautiful. She finishes up here and says, recently I was in a situation where I was actually loved and cared for. It was unfamiliar, but I began to feel as I guess a well-loved child would feel, warm inside. No need to be anxious. It was safe, able to relax, and just be me. And it was so good. Sweet friend, right? I am so proud of you, right? I'm proud of you for recognizing, right? The overreacting, the hypervigilance, right? Those old patterns, those old, right? The nervous system just gets activated and there you go with the old expectations, right? But now that you're recognizing where that comes from and how beautiful that you chose to have a quiet day and take care of yourself. So much growth here, my friend. Again, I'm curious if you look back on last year, if you have looked at how you answered this back then and what you've discovered now. So, and I'm also really, really happy, right, that you had this opportunity of experience, right? What it feels like to have that warmth, right? To not have to be on guard, like everywhere we went, I'm not safe, right? I have to be on the lookout. People are gonna hurt me. There's an expectation, right? I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm not gonna do it right. Oh, it's exhausting, right? So to have an opportunity where you recognize that, like embodied, now you can work on recreating that for yourself. Like when you recognize today what was happening, okay, calm down now, right? How can I help that inner teen to relax? Remind her she doesn't need to be anxious anymore. It is safe now. I'm here with you now. I can sit with you. I can hold you. I will listen. Beautiful. Yep, Sue, I bet, right? Very different from last year. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Sue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that so much, right? Beautiful share. Beautiful share. Gives everybody hope, my friend, right? You're welcome. You're welcome. So Rob shares with us here, he says, I'm connecting through self-care 4 or 5 days into my healthy eating habits, bran flakes with honey, soup, and salad with a pita salad, Brazil nuts to snack on. Little Bobby still wants chocolate and way more food, but the militant adult is in charge and says no. The being good and feeling good is having a good effect on the mind. That's awesome, Rob. That's awesome, my friend. I love hearing that. I love hearing that. But you can remind him, right? Hey, sweet boy, trust me, yes, exactly, right? I know, chocolate, right? Kindly tell him, hey, sweet one, I know I want all that chocolate too, but you know what? This body that you live in, that we live in, this home, right? We need to eat better food, right? That's how we get more energy. And I know you want to go out and play. I know you want to go fishing, or I know you want to go on an adventure. And we want to be healthy for that. So we need to eat better. So comfort. Bring some comfort to him while we're saying, we're going to cut back on the sugar or cut back on that. And also remember, right, that some of those cravings are biological, right? So be gentle with yourself. Again, it takes time. Once we, get detox headaches or, right, feel out of sorts a little bit when you're cleansing your body, it's powerful. It's powerful how we can feel when we're shifting our diet. So, but I'm so proud of you, Rob, and I am so excited for you that you are feeling good and it's having good effects on your mind. It's all connected. It's all connected. So good for you, my friend. Really, really proud of you. So did I get everybody? Thank you so much for sharing, Rob. I think I got everybody. Lori is not here, and I don't see a permission here from her to share. So Spring is helping, so empowering. Yes, right? Wanda says, that's true. The last few days with the questions, I've been eating more junk. Just made the connection. Yes, my friend Wanda. Yes. Whatever we can do to distract or to self-soothe, those are so many things around us that we do to distract or to self-soothe, right? Because as we are doing the hard work of healing, yes, sometimes like, nope, don't want to feel this right now. What can I do to distract myself, right? What can I put in my body to take care of that ache? I get the munchies when I'm stressed too. Yeah. Wanda, I think you only realize how junk makes you feel when you're eating healthy, if you get what you mean. I hear you, Rob. I totally hear you. You hadn't had a soda in about a year and you had a Pepsi yesterday. Ooh, that must have been like a hangover. What I'm saying, after you've not had something for a while and then you have it, it impacts your body. Yes. And so like now, because I've been off dairy for 3 years and animal products, if I by accident eat something that has dairy in it, I get violently ill. Like my body will like go into a fit. That is not okay to eat, right? So it's been interesting to explore with diet. And if you guys follow me on Instagram lately, where my husband is on a super health kick right now, and I'm definitely benefiting from it. It feels really, really good to get some boost instead of the caffeine. I'm getting it from a bowl of kale. Still drinking my 2 cups of coffee, so we're working on it, but it feels great though. My son was like, what's wrong when he saw you drinking the Pepsi? Yep. But it so often looks revolting, Sue. Well, my friends, maybe I will show you guys how to make kale in a way that it's tasty when we meet in April, because I'm going to have my kale. So I'll be bringing it. So I'm happy to share. If anybody wants to taste how I treat it before I eat it. And after a while, celery juice, yuck. But the thing is, after a while, because there you go, Wanda, kale chips, there you go. After a while, your taste buds come back alive and kale like starts to taste yummy. It was very bitter in the beginning, but now I actually really, really enjoy the taste. The only thing is I can't smile after because it's like in my teeth. I tease my husband, I go have my kale, and then I come in for a kiss with nothing but green in my teeth. So he laughs at me. So yes, and that's the other thing, my friends, if I can put a plug in here, healing, right, is a lifelong process, meaning thriving, right? Wanting to have the energy and the strength and the stamina, right? To be able to handle our emotions, to be able to be clear in our minds, to have strong bodies, right? So part of that is to keep feeding and nurturing and nourishing our body the best we can. Just like our thoughts, crappy thoughts make us feel crappy. Crappy food makes you feel crappy, right? What you put into it makes a difference. But trust me, I'm not perfect either. My weakness right now are potato chips. I found some vegan potato chips, but I have my treats too. So I'm not preaching that I'm perfect. I would never even dream of it. Yes, kale is great when you're in the zone. It's good for you that drives the desire to eat it. Yes, exactly, exactly. All right, my friends, let's see. Of course, because of the day today, I drew the love card, and because I just wanted to remind us all what our work is, right? What is it that we're here to do? Learn about love. I can read this. One day she woke up and decided to love himself more than he ever thought possible. Take care, Vicki. Thank you for being here. But then I drew a random card for us. And of course, it's the same, similar message. One day, she knew she must follow her heart. One day, she knew she must follow her heart. Right? Isn't that what we've been talking about, right? Connecting, taking what we know. We've lived up here, the long journey from our head to our hearts, right? You're welcome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you again for your amazing sharing, love, and support here for each other. Thank you for being here. Remember, share, thumbs up, right? And subscribe if you're new. If you'd like to hang out with us some more, feel free to join the conversation. And I will be back here live on Tuesday. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So have a good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you here on Tuesday. Bye, friends.